What's up, everybody? Blessings and greetings. Thank y'all for being on. As you come on, say hello. Let me know that you're on. Take the opportunity to share this live feed. This is going to be fun. Okay, it's going to be fun. So this is what I want you to do because this is special. This is different. This is what I want y'all to do as y'all watching. What I want you to do is share this. I need you to tag as many young people as you can. Find your youth and your young adults, get them on. We're watching on YouTube. So we're streaming this on OLC TV on YouTube, Overcomers Life Church on Facebook, and on my page on Facebook as well. I need you to find the young people, get them on the platform tonight. And we're going to have what I think is going to be a very important conversation. So let's get them on, share it, tag them, find your nieces, your cousins, your nephews, your brothers, your sisters, get them on. And we're going to have a conversation with a few of the young adults at OLC tonight. I thought to do this, we're gearing up. They're getting ready for one of our bi-monthly youth gatherings that we do on third Sunday night. And I just wanted to take some time and have a moment to have a conversation with some of our young adults and kind of see, get a feel on the pulse of our current generation and how we're connecting and how we can help encourage another young people to do what God has called them to do in their life, and even express perhaps some of the challenges that we all run into in this current day and time. The climate of our times, we live in crazy times. So much is going on in the world, and I have found out and I have learned that many times revival often happens with the young people. I mean, that's how revival breaks out. A passionate, hungry group of youth and young adults that sparks revival in the country or in the world. So it usually starts there. So as y'all come on, say hello, let me know that you're on, share this, tag somebody. I need y'all to get the young people on tonight. Get them on tonight. Tyler, I want to make sure Tyler's on. Y'all let me know this on. Share this. Share on your YouTube and let somebody else know that we are live. So I'm going to give them just a couple of more minutes. I'm going to give y'all the opportunity to share this. I want as many people as possible to share it. I'm going to shout y'all out as y'all come on. What's up, Z? Thank you for being on. Can y'all help me tag as many young people as you can? What's up, Brother Ross? Thank you for being on. Tag as many young people as you can. I got some, listen, I'm going to be real with y'all. I cannot wait to hear these young people that are on, these young adults, right? That are on. I can't wait to hear them because I haven't had an opportunity in a little while to just really sit and listen to a generation to hear. I hear them, but I want to pause for a second and really hear what's on the hearts and minds of these young adults. And I think it's so important because as we learn, we grow, and we listen, we grow as well. We're able to share with one another ideas, thoughts, wisdom, things that'll keep us encouraged. So y'all share this with as many people as possible. Keep on sharing. And as you're coming on, let me know that you're on. Hold on a second. There we go. As you're coming on, let me know that you're on. Tag as many people. I need y'all tagging, okay? Tagging people, sharing this. We got another minute, and then we are going to share. I'm having a conversation with our youth and young adults at Overcomers Life Church, at least a group of them. What's going on, Sister Oliver? Thank you for jumping on. Thank you for being on. Get your sons, your daughters, your nieces, your nephews. Find your young adults. Get them on. Get them on tonight. Share this with somebody else. Make sure they're on tonight. And we're going to have, like I said, just a candid conversation, talk about a few things. We're not going to be a long time, but we just want to get into a few things. I want to hear their heart. It really is an opportunity for me to listen, for me to learn to as well, and us to encourage somebody that's going to be watching tonight. Somebody that's going to be watching tonight, you're going to hear. So get on your phones, tell somebody else that it's on, tag somebody, tag a friend, tag a neighbor, let them know. I'm even texting people right now. Yeah. So let them know that we are live as you come on. Say hello. Let me know that you're on. Share this with somebody else. Share it with a friend. Share it with a neighbor. Tag somebody. Get them on tonight. I'm gonna give us literally one more minute. I'm gonna give you all one more minute, and then I'm gonna bring these amazing young people on. What's going on? Brother Anthony, thank you for being on. I appreciate you taking the time to be on. So as y'all come on, say hello. Let me know that you are on. Thank you all for being a part. We got some amazing young adults that's going to talk to us tonight. There is a generation. There is a generation that will seek the Lord. There is a generation that wants real worship. And that's what we're talking about, real worship. As a matter of fact, on third Sunday night, as a matter of fact, this coming Sunday night, 7 o'clock, we're going to be gathering. And that's really the theme of the night, about choosing real worship. 7 o'clock Central Time at Overcomers Life Church on this coming Sunday night. The youth and young adults will be on stage, and I just want to give them a voice, another opportunity. 30 more seconds, and then I'm going to begin to bring these young people on. So I love each and every one of them. They know that I'm honored and blessed to be their covering in this season. And at the core of my heart, many know that I'm always going to be youth ministry focused. It just has always been a part of me. So, being 12, I served 12 years as a youth pastor at Redeem and Richmond Ministry. Shout out Redeem, shout out Bishop Fears. I served 12 years as a youth pastor there. And so, it's always going to be a part of my heart. So now we have a dynamic youth ministry here at Overcomers Life Church, and I'm grateful for that. And so I still want to continue to make sure we have opportunities to pour into young people, to pour into young adults. And I'm in a season in my life where I'm able to reach back and to pour into others. So we need one another. We need each other. Okay. All right, let's go. Let's get into it. We're going to talk about it. I'm going to bring these wonderful people on. Let me start this way. I am so appreciative of this young woman of God. She is the fearless leader of our youth and young adult ministry. I see y'all coming on. Let me know that you're on. Keep liking, keep sharing. She is the fearless leader of our youth and young adult ministry at Overcomers Life Church. She works so very hard, and I'm grateful for that. Not only she just had a recent kind of promotion in that space. She serves as the statewide youth ministry chairperson, chairlady of our youth department in the Illinois Southwest jurisdiction, overseeing 30 churches filled with young adults and young people. And I'm so grateful for what God is doing. What's up, Rena Carter? Hey, thanks y'all for being on. As y'all come on, say hello, let me know that you're on. Y'all make sure y'all share this because y'all are going to love to hear these young adults. So it's some voices you haven't really heard yet. So make sure y'all share this. You're going to want to hear them. And so I'm excited about her. I'm going to bring her on. Everybody, can y'all welcome, if she's ready to go, I hope she's ready to go. Everybody, Sister Fredalyn Precious Lane, thanks for being on. And I appreciate you. What's going on, Sister Lane? How are you?
Good evening, everyone.
Hey.
My name is Federal Lane for sure. I am director of Impact Youth and Young Adult Ministries, where innovative minds progressing and cultivating together. That's where we make it happen here at Impact. And every Wednesday we have Life Room, 7:30, and then every other month we do have a youth gathering. And we just want to be a great support to our young adults and our youth, providing them with resources and lessons of real life and how you can get through it in this faith walk. So that is what I have to say as of right now. Do you need me to touch on anything else?
Well, that was real professional, but we can really have a real conversation. I appreciate that. Salute. That was, woo wee. That was good, but we getting ready to go for it. Hey, y'all, Sister Lang is getting ready. We gonna talk about it. So that's good. I like the introduction. I like it. I like it. It's good. It's good. But we get ready to get into it. All right, I'm gonna get on. I'm just getting you ready. I'm just getting you ready. All right, let me bring on one of our youth workers too as well. So excited to have everybody. Michaela Shepherd, welcome to the stage tonight. Appreciate you. Good
Good
evening. How are you?
evening. Good evening, Pastor. I'm good. How are you? How's
Good. I'm doing
everybody?
good. Hopefully, after what you just heard, you should know what time it is now. You should know
I
what we're
know
gonna
exactly what time it is. I know exactly what time it is. You know I'm ready to rock and roll.
I know you are. Thank you for being on. I appreciate you. All right, and then I'm going to bring on. Y'all make sure I don't see everybody on here. Okay, I guess Sister Alicia on back there. I can't see all of the people. Okay, if Sister Alicia is on, bring Sister Alicia up for me, please. Wonderful young person. Hey, what's up? You're at home and you're safe. How are you tonight?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing well. Thank you so much for being on. I can't wait to have this conversation with you. Y'all, everybody in the comments, y'all say hello to this sister. We can't see her name on the screen. Y'all say hello to Sister Alicia. She's a phenomenal young woman of God. Y'all give her a shout out. Thank you. Also, who else do I have? Y'all put in the comments. If I'm missing somebody, y'all let me know who's on. Okay. Is Sister Marika on? Y'all tell me thumbs up because I can't see everyone. I can't see everyone on the thing. If she's on, let me know because I can't see. Oh, there it is. There it is. Okay, I see. Okay, Sister Lisa. There we go. All right. Then I'm going to bring on um this young man, Brother David. Y'all come on. Appreciate David. What's up, David?
Yo,
Mute.
can y'all
There
hear
you
me?
go.
Cool,
How
cool,
you
cool,
doing?
cool. I'm good, man. How you doing? Oh, okay, for sure.
I'm well. Thank
Good,
you for
good,
being
good.
on. Thank you for being on. I appreciate you all. So y'all ready? Keep those of you that are watching, share this. Many of you are going to watch this on replay. Many of you are going to watch it again. Share it, share it, share it, share it. Thank you, Sister Deidre. Shout out. And Ken, are you working comments too? Let me see those two as well. So thank you all. Yeah, for sure. Thank you all for being on. Thank you all for taking the time. So listen, I'm gonna get right into it. So Sunday night is coming up. Sunday night, every other third Sunday night, we have a youth gathering, a youth night, and where we have a focus in that worship night to really focus on creating an atmosphere that will be powerful for young people, youth, and young adults, and trying to have a time where it's all about them. What's up, Elder Q is in the house. Salute, Lady Venus in the house. Salute. So that's what this is all about. And in preparation for that, I just wanted to take an opportunity to jump on and have a conversation. The subject matter was intriguing to me. I believe it's in the realm of I choose to worship, right? Really focusing on true worship and the choice that young people have a true relationship with God, and go in that direction. And so I wanted to talk about that. I want to hear you all, your heart. Sister Lane, before I get into some of the conversation, can you give me just a little background on like what third Sunday nights are? Like, tell me kind of what kind of vibe it is, what the goal of those every other third Sunday nights are. Can you kind of share that so that people can get an idea of the context?
So our every other bi-monthly meetings, so those gatherings are to connect with young people, to provide them with resources and the proper tools that they need, whether it's in this faith walk or in real life. So those are the safe spaces that we create for our young people, to whereas we literally have just simple dialogue and it's on our level, to whereas we absolutely understand it, it clicks, we're able to apply it and then move on.
For sure. Thank you so much. And y'all, as y'all come on, say hello. Let me know that you're on. Keep sharing this. We're having a youth and young adult conversation. Share with as many young people as possible. Share it, share it, share it, share it. Those youth leaders, share this. You got to hear this. So I'm gonna open up the floor. I'm gonna open up this panel with a question, because I always look at every generation is a little bit different. Although a lot of things are the same, but then there's a different context for every generation that comes about. And we're talking about a generation now that is, of course, different than the last, a different level of technology, different things going on. And the first question I want to start with is, do you believe, and we can go around, do you believe that church, I'm just talking about church right now, we're going to get to God because that ain't always the same thing, right? Do you believe that church as you know it, is it relevant for the generation today? I even had a question. Somebody texted me. People always ask me questions. Somebody texted me 2 days ago and asked me. They said to me, Pastor, I don't know how to answer this person. Can you give me some information? Because they feel like they can worship God anywhere. Why is it? Why should they come to church? Is church relevant to our youth and young adults right now? I'm gonna start with Kayla. You can talk personal. You can talk general. I'm gonna start with Kayla.
Um, I think that church is relevant, but here's the issue. I think that because of today's society and with these younger generations, they get so caught up in um I can kind of do what I want type thing. So they don't realize or understand the importance of fellowship, of church, of, having that um, fellowship together, worshiping together, coming together, that the power that it has. So I think it's relevant. I think it's just nowadays, our youth just some youth just get caught up in being able to have the freedom, especially when they become adults, they have their freedom to do what they want to do. Um, so yeah, that's kind of where I think.
I love that. I hear you saying some it's relevant, but some may not really the understanding of like how important fellowship is. I think you're 100% spot on. Let's keep it going. Let me hear from Sister Alicia.
Hi, I agree with Michaela as far as, personally it's relevant for me because I grew up in church, so I've always known the importance of being there, being present, worshiping, fellowshipping with each other. This day and age, I would say it's not as relevant because, there's so many other ways that you could worship. There's online preachers, online prayers, there's other ways that you can worship God and be in the word and not have to be, in church. But I feel like it's nothing like having a church home and going to church.
Yeah, so I hear you saying there's like it's two trains of thought. Like you're saying you grew up in it, you kind of get it, but then you got another group that's saying, "Hey, I got all these different, ways to worship and to connect with
Right.
God. It may not be as important." Is that right?
Yes, that's what
Yeah,
I'm saying.
yeah. That's I heard that. I heard that. David, jump in on that.
I mean, yeah, it's definitely so many outlets. Like it was already said, you could get anything from anywhere. And I mean, like everybody, I mean, we all experience life and everybody goes through different things. But I mean, everybody has something going on. And I feel like sometimes a lot of people use that as an excuse to shield themselves from not even just going to church, I mean, going out in general. We use what we go through to shield ourselves from like people in general. Either it's whether it's from shame or like I just don't want to be bothered. So it's a lot of things that really come into play with the relevancy of either being in church or going to church or that whole thing.
Man, I mean, that's a great point. Let me piggyback on the question. I'm still coming around. Do you think that like all of the information that we see, and I don't know if you all maybe do you think that all of the information that you see like on social media, let's just talk about TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, like all of the different various social media platforms where we get information from and we kind of know everything that's going on in the world and in the church world, right? As opposed to a time where you didn't know everything that happened, right? So sometimes you see not only the positive, but many times on social media, you see a lot more of the negative, right? Because the negative usually gets more likes, right? It gets more views. From your generation's perspective, does that impact you at all? Like, if you see something negative concerning church, not just your church, but like negative as a whole on social media, stuff blow up and conversations happen. Does that impact your thinking about church at all, or do you separate that the two things? I'm gonna jump back with I'm gonna start with Alicia on this as y'all processing it. Does that impact you in any way?
I wouldn't say that it impacted me because, I have my own beliefs and, my own experiences with God and, being in church. So not me personally, but it can for somebody who doesn't have a foundation or isn't grounded, they could be swayed by what everybody else has to say or what they may read.
Okay, that's really good. Okay, Kayla.
I definitely agree. I think that it really just depends on, like Alicia said, how grounded you are in your walk with God and your walk with Christ. And and your beliefs in church and how you feel about church. Because I know some people who are in their word and who do pray and who do go to church, but then they are still swayed by things that they see online. So I feel like it's just really based on your own walk, your own journey. Me personally, no, that has nothing to do with me. That's if it don't apply, let it fly. You know that, but that's me. So, but the next person could feel some type of way about a dress. You know, it's a thing. You never know.
Um, that I really want to hear that because it happens both ways, and I'm seeing some people use it as leverage. Like, see, that's why the church is this and that, and then you got another generation that's maybe another people that's maybe more grounded, and like you all said, it don't you don't allow it to get into your your psyche about it.
It's like
It's
what
like what
offers.
offers. Yeah, I mean, so that's I'm like, shout out Destroyer. What's up, man? Thank you for being on. Y'all keep sharing this. Y'all share this. Tag young people as well. Let me, and I'm gonna go to David after this because so David, you answer that. It doesn't impact. Do you feel like it impacts people? And then I'm gonna jump to something else too. Go ahead, David.
I feel like the only thing concerning that I usually think about, depending on the situation, is how the reputation that it gives the church. Or I mean, because you have so many people that think a lot about the church in general. Um, that if I mean, if they doing this in Dallas, and it looks wrong, but somebody over here in Nebraska is doing what looks like to be the right thing. It gives a bad reputation for those that are doing um what they should, in a sense, not what they're supposed to, because it's you have different cultures everywhere, but it just gives a look on a bad reputation, like what y'all doing. So like who is right, who is wrong? Should I be tuning in here? Is this good for me? So it gives that type of look on that.
Man, I love it. I hope y'all enjoying this. Thanks again. Hope y'all enjoying the conversation. Keep sharing it. Tag young people, tag young adults. I got an opportunity tonight to sit with some of the finest young adults in at Overcomers Life Church. Sister Lang, jump in on that. What's your thoughts? Does it impact? Does what we consume social media wise? Does it deter the way we look at gathering together?
I will say that it would depend on where people place value. If they don't place value on attending service, or they don't place value on fellowship, or what that even looks like, whether it's a e-community, or whether you're showing up to church, you still have to show some type of commitment somewhere. So it's, where are you placing your value? Does it mean that much to you? Are you willing to sacrifice for it? That's how I feel. It doesn't affect me because, yes, I have, you know, we grew up in church. I can separate the two. So it doesn't personally affect me, but we still have to be careful of those that are around us. Um, of what they see too, because we can't be offensive in what it is. If my brother doesn't like meat, what they say in the Bible, then I shouldn't be eating meat, right? So it just depends on where they're placing value, in my opinion.
No, I love that. That's actually a great point. What we value, what's important to us, because usually what's important to us, we invest our time and energy to it, right? So I think that's a great point. Let me jump to this. It's still along in the same vein, talking about social media, what consumes us, what impacts our thoughts, how we approach church, gathering together, which to me, again, church and relationship not always synonymous, but I'm using it as a way to talk about the idea of how we serve God, right? But let me go to, did anybody see the Drewski skit, right? Anybody see the Drewski skit? Um, Drewski did a skit that went ridiculously viral, right? And it was kind of a parody on some of the things that we have seen, maybe perhaps on a mega stage in churches, right? You don't really see that smaller, hard working church period because it's, but some of the things that we've seen that's been in the public eye from some of the mega pastors, perhaps, right? Drewski did a skit and went viral, millions upon millions and millions and millions and millions of views. Which, by the way, he made hundreds of thousands of dollars on us on the church, sharing that and talking about that. So that's what I'm talking. So just with the backdrop of the parody of the kind of the what people some people consider mockery or making fun of what was happening in the church, I want to look at that. Like how do we reach? How do we consume that kind of information? Right, knowing that's out there. How do those of us that are pursuing a relationship with God, what are you saying to those that don't have that foundation that you all have talked about, right? That didn't come up that way, that don't have that mindset about what it means, that don't have that value. What are we saying to others to try and be a light to those that that's what they feel the church is? So what are we saying? What should we be saying? How are we winning those young adults that may not have the same background and foundation that we have? I'm gonna start with David on this.
What are we saying? What are we saying? That's a great question, quite frankly. I wasn't ready, but hey, we're gonna find out what we're saying. Uh, I would basically say, uh, I mean, get your own experience. Get your own experience. I mean, that's the best thing for anybody. Your experience not gonna be my experience. Like I can't. I be trying to explain to people like if you come like so say for example like people have came with me to church before or whatever. I done brought all type of people up in here, but I can't say that their experience is gonna be my experience because it's two different perspectives, two different viewpoints. So I mean, like you gotta, yeah, right. Experience God for yourself. I didn't know the church could talk for themselves, but that's cool. Um, I mean, yeah, you gotta get to know God yourself, and I mean, experience. Have your own, have your own opinion because what you see can be made as an opinion for you, and you never want that as your own human being. So I feel like get your own experience.
I love that. I love that. I'm gonna jump to Kayla. You want to talk about it? What do you say to that person that didn't have that foundation, that don't have that mindset like you had? Talk to me.
I would say almost the same thing as David. Like, really, just come experience it for yourself. It's kind of how um the conversation that I have with people now when just inviting them to church. Like, a lot of people that I know who have been to church or who haven't been to church is for some sort of church hurt. Or because of some sort of church hurt. And they're just like, I don't want to experience that again. And I'm just, I just reassure them that, church is not God. Like, God is the big picture. Church is just where we come together to learn about Him. And each church is different. So you just have to, like David said, you just have to experience it for yourself. Just come try it out and see, and then also really just praying and getting to know Him, building your own relationship with Him. Because then at that point, it's where you start to hear Him, where He can lead you to the place that's meant for you to be planted.
That's so good. That is so good. That is so good. That's so wise beyond your years, probably. That's so good. Elisa, talk to me. What are we saying to those that perhaps didn't have the same foundation that you have, and that those things that they're seeing is impacting their feeling about how they serve God. What are we saying to them?
Well, if I ever, when I do bring up God in a conversation with someone, I always give them, like personal experiences that I've had with God and where I've seen Him show up in my life. And then, that's what I start with. And then I'll maybe bring, if I know a scripture that may be correlating with whatever we're talking about, um, I'll quote a scripture or I just give them the advice to pray because that's all I do. That's all you can do sometimes is just pray and then, have faith that God will work it out for you.
No, I love that. That brings me like that's one of my favorite quotes. I often refer to this quote. It looks like I got some feedback, but there's one of my favorite quotes is Tommy Tenney. He writes a book that came out years ago now called God Chasers. It's one of my favorite books written by Tommy Tenney. But in that book, there's a quote that he says, "Nothing beats an argument but an experience." So what you all are saying to me is like I literally live by that. That sometimes you can't explain certain things, but you can tell them how it impacted you, right? So I really, y'all are amazing, man. Those of you that are watching, shout out to these young people. Again, you're watching Overcomers Life Church. I'm Pastor Marcel Fiers, wherever you're watching from. And I got a group of our young adults that are on tonight as we are preparing for the I Choose to Worship experience that will happen on this Sunday night, 7 o'clock at Overcomers Life Church, 106 West 158th Street, Harvey, Illinois. And I got some amazing, dynamic young adults that are on, sharing their hearts, sharing their experience. And quite frankly, you all are blessing me. Not gonna be much longer, but let me talk about this because now we talked about church, right, which is great. We talked about fellowship. We talked about experiencing God, but Michaela kind of brought me into what I think the next part of the conversation is that there is somewhat of a difference between just the church and the idea of that, and your relationship with God. And you all know at OLC, I preach relationship over religion, right? And that we are guided by a relationship, and that church becomes that extension and that expression of a true relationship with God. It's the only place designated on earth solely for worship. That's really what it's for. Everything else has multi purposes. Home, you can do more than one thing there. You work, it's multi purposes. But the church is the only place that is solely dedicated for God's worship. You can worship anywhere, but the rest of those places have multiple uses. The church should have one use, and that is to really give God worship. And so that's why I know it's so important. So let me move into from relationship. Thank you, Bistroya, Arizona in the house. Let me move just from that church conversation to building your relationship with God, right? And in everybody's relationship with God, there will be challenges. I want to ask you all, as it relates to, and you can talk to this from a perspective of how OLC helps, or just, and also overall personally. When we have those challenges in our relationship with God, when we make those mistakes, and we all make them, right? When we are trying to build and right, like, come make sure we stick with it, right? How, in God, and keep building. My question to you all is, what keeps you coming back? Like what keeps you coming back? What keeps you trying again? What is it that keeps you pushing towards continuing to build that relationship with God? So I want y'all to think about that as I'm talking just for a second. What keeps you? What is it, the thing that pushes you again to say, I'm gonna get back up, I'm gonna keep going? Because again, we all have challenges, right? But when you have those challenges, when you have those things that like try to stop you from really serving God like you desire, what keeps you coming back? That's what I want to hear. What keeps you coming back? And it looks like Sister Alicia got something good to say. Let's go.
Um, I would say, well, it's kind of like a pull for me, like at my heart. Like it's like, okay, you need to get back in church. You need to, when I have a lot going on, like in life, like I just get this feeling like, where I feel overwhelmed, I just get a feeling like, okay, go to church. You know where to go. You know who to call on. You know where you need to be. So I can't get away from it.
I love that. We all had it. It's funny that you say that because the pull you're describing is hard to articulate, but I know what it is, right? It's that pull. Kayla, what you think about that? What keeps you coming back? What keeps you trying again?
It's definitely that pull. I would say for me, it's knowing where I came from, knowing how that when I tried to do it myself, it didn't work. So knowing that God loves me for who I am,
You know,
He,
he,
accepts me for me. He loves me for me, and he just wants me to choose him, which i.e. I choose to worship. It's just a choice, it's that choice of every day choosing, okay, am I going to choose my circumstance or my situation, or am I going to choose, him today? Am I going to choose, his love, his joy, his peace? I think that's just the thing for me of when I make that choice, what comes with that, the calmness that you feel, the joy that you feel, the rest that you get. It's way more rewarding than choosing to do this yourself and just being stuck in your own way. So I think it's just a choice for me right now.
Hey, I almost lifted my hands right when you was talking just then. Uh, Come on, David, what you got? What keeps you coming back? What is it?
I think it's the how am I gonna say this? Knowing that you have the opportunity to try again. I mean, like people after mistakes happen, of course, but some people believe after that one mistake that your life is over. Now it depending on what it is, it can feel like that, of course. But I mean, the opportunity to try again or do over. Um, I feel like that's extremely important.
Man, I hope those of you that are watching, young adults, everybody that you hear that, because sometimes when life happens or when we not as consistent as what we think we should be with God, or perhaps things are in the way of that relationship, that sometimes we have a tendency to want to stay in that place. But knowing that we can try again, knowing that we can get up, knowing that we can, what's up, Eb, knowing that we can that we have the opportunity, that His mercy is new every day, right? That is so huge. That is so huge, and I'm just loving what I'm hearing. Sister Lane, you want to jump in on it? Uh, what keeps you coming back? What keeps you going?
Um, well, they took all of it. However, what keeps me coming back is, like, obviously, when the Bible says that His word will not return to Him void, He literally means that. He literally means it with every fiber of every being that He has ever stated anything in the word, for real. Because when He does it, He does it well. So He does it in His timing. He does it exactly how it's supposed to happen. So that has been my experience over and over again. And if He can do it one time, and He can do it two times, He can do it three times, I know that He'll do it again for me, because obviously what He's called me to do, I can't leave here until it's accomplished.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Listen, I'm getting ready to get us out of here in just a few minutes, but I really appreciate you all jumping on. And again, those of you that are watching, I'm so encouraged and so blessed by, yeah, I love that B. Put that up there for B, from B. Yeah, he's my father. That is so huge. This is not just like a casual acquaintance. That God is truly our father. There's a relationship there. He don't give up on us like that. But I'm really encouraged by these young people, everybody that's on tonight. We have so many other amazing young people, and yeah, thank you. What's going on? Is that the one and only Lauren said? Thank you for being on. Hey, Lauren, thank you for being on. I'm encouraged by these young people. I'm encouraged by these young adults, because you're hearing our generation speak. You're hearing this generation talk. You're hearing the heart. And sometimes Satan will love to paint a picture that nobody's choosing worship. Like, that's the picture he really wants to paint. But there are a people that have a desire and a hunger for God, right? There are people that want to do more. We're not saying we're perfect, but we are saying that we're striving. And I hear that, and I feel that. And let me go here as we get ready to kind of wrap it up. And again, Sunday night at 7 o'clock, Overcomers Life Church, 106 West 158th Street. The young people will be here choosing worship, choosing God, right? But I want the young adults that's on to kind of take the opportunity to speak to a person that's listening, a teen or a young adult, right? I want you to speak to them. I get an opportunity to speak to them, but I want you all to speak to a teen. I want your audience right now. I want you to see your audience as some teenager or some young adult, perhaps the person that's your age, your peer, right? I want you to visualize that young woman, that young man as your audience right in this moment. And I want each of you to take a moment to speak to their heart about whatever it is they may be dealing with and how choosing God, when I say choosing God, I mean choosing worship, right? How choosing God is what can probably radically change their life. I want you to envision speaking to that person because you don't know who's on the other side of this computer, right? It can be from Illinois to Georgia to South Africa to the UK to Texas, right? Anybody could be watching this at this very moment. And they just need to hear another peer that looks like them speak to them. So I want each and one of you to just take a moment and to just speak to the heart of that person that's watching you and why they really should choose worship, why they should choose God. Maybe they should give church a try again, or maybe just overall give God a try again. I got young people right now that, like I said, may not be perfect, but they're striving just like me. What are you saying to them, and how are you going to minister to them in this moment? I'm gonna let y'all do that, and I'm gonna start with Sister Lisa.
Um, my advice would be to just keep the faith and start by praying, go to church, bring people to church. Um, my advice really to anybody is just pray. If you don't know whatever it is you're going through, just pray about it. Ask God to fix it. Um, Try to release it to Him, although that can be hard. And find a church home because that's where the foundation starts.
Love, 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 love that, love that. Hey, and if you don't have a church home, shameless plug, come to OLC. Um, David, speak to that heart of that young man, that young woman that's listening, and how opportunity to minister to them.
Um, I would definitely say, get to a place where uh, make time where it's just you and God, um, for you to just talk. I mean, of course, this is you praying, but a lot of people uh, think praying is like, squalling like you're 73, in the key of the unknown, and you people get it twisted sometimes, and it's not always that. You don't have to moan and holler like you a Baptist preacher. You don't have to do all of that. Um, all the theatrics are good, but sometimes uh, having a regular conversation to God is more impactful in your life as well as somebody else's life than the theatrics that may come with what we see today. So I feel like just get to a place where you can just talk to God, because that's how you learn how to be in communication with Him and to build your relationship with Him. Um, I mean, that opens your ears spiritually. And so for you to be in tune, um, of course, you respect the office of God. You don't, you know what I'm saying, just like talk crazy at him, but I mean, in a sense, you have a conversation with him, because that's pretty much what it is. So I feel like get to a place where you can have a conversation with the Lord.
Yeah, I love that. Thank you, David. Make it personal. Talk to God just wherever you are, however you are. Kayla, what are you saying to that young person? What are you saying to that young adult? They're going through, they're dealing with some stuff. They need to be encouraged. What are you saying to them?
I would just say, just come to him as you are. Don't wait. A lot of times we think we have to be a certain way or live a certain life to come to him. or to seek a relationship with him. And in all actuality, he wants you literally for just as you are. That's why his word says, "Come as you are." It's not talking about how you're dressed. It's talking about just who you are in that moment. Even if you've already had, a relationship with him, but life just got hard and you kind of steered away from him, just come back. He's just waiting for you. Um, and that it sounds so cliche to say, but it's literally the truth. Your current situation is not your final destination. Um, it's something that came to me a couple days ago. Uh, it's like the spring. The rain is necessary in order for something to blossom. You can't have flowers without the rain. Um, so yes, times are gonna get hard. Yes, things are gonna happen. You may lose some people along the journey. You may grow from some people along the journey. But nothing happens by accident. Everything happens for a reason. You just gotta trust God and keep going. And just know that He loves you enough to never leave you and to never forsake you. And just, yeah, choose Him every day. And that choice may look different every day, but as long as you choose Him, um, He'll really start to open your eyes and open your heart and open your ears to a lot of things to Him, and it'll literally just line your life up in order. So yeah, that's what I got.
Man, that is so good. That is so good. Lane, give us the last piece on that. What are we saying today? That young person, that teenager, that young adult, they're listening, they're watching, and on the other side of the screen, we all dealt with some stuff, and perhaps they're dealing with something right now. Um, what are you saying to them so they can choose God?
Um, I'll tell you this, and it's really simple. He'll meet you exactly where you are. It doesn't matter where you are. You could be in the middle of doing something that you have no business doing. I promise you, he gonna put a hook in you. He gonna snatch you up, and he gonna change your life forever. So he'll meet you exactly where you are.
Woo! If we was at OLC, y'all, it'd be a wreck right now. Y'all know what we doing. Y'all know what it looks like in there. Y'all know exactly what it looks like right now. Oh, if this was happening, okay? If this was happening, y'all know what it'll be. All right. Listen, YouTube, Facebook, everybody that's on, show this group some love. Thank you all so much. Um, that's crazy. Thank you so much. It's amazing. Shout out Michaela Shepard. Shout out Alicia Conway. Shout out Ferdinand Precious Lane, David E. Fierce. Shout out Marika, who I know was trying to jump on. So shout out Marika. I love you all dearly. Thank you all for spending some time with me on this Friday. I really appreciate it. I just wanted to make a contribution to what we're doing on Sunday, and I hope this helps. Lane, can you tell us one more time what time the service starts, where it is, who's invited, who's going to come, what's going to be happening? Give us all the information about this coming Sunday night.
All right, this Sunday we will have a worship night. We will have a very special speaker. His name is Messiah Odero Corson. We are really excited to hear from him. I'm excited to worship with my young people. Choosing to worship, we will be at Overcomers Life Church at 7 p.m. If you want to come a little early, you can come at 6:45. However, please be in the place because worship is definitely getting ready to go forth.
There you have it. Y'all meet us there, 106 West, 158th Street, Harvey, Illinois. You're watching this on replay. Make sure you get there. Of course, we'll be there for worship at 11 a.m. on Sunday, 11 a.m. Join us at Overcomers Life Church. You can check out our website, overcomerslifechurch.org. Follow us on all our social medias. Stay connected. I'll be talking about it more as we approach Sunday. 2 opportunities, 11 a.m. for worship, our worship celebration. I'm in a series called Caught Up in the Algorithm. God's going to do something unconventional in your life. Don't worry about what the system say you should do. Believe God by faith and watch Him give you divine strategies. We'll be talking about that on Sunday, and then at 7 o'clock, 7 p.m. Again, get there early. Somebody will be here in the house ready for you. Get there early, Sunday night, 7 p.m. Be with our young people, the Impact Youth of Overcomers Life Church. I'm so excited. I'm encouraged about the future of OLC, doing big things. Thank you, Sister Lane, for all you do, all the work you put in. Thank you, Sister Michaela. Thank you, Sister Alicia. Thank you, David, for taking the time with us. I appreciate you. I love you all. Y'all hang on backstage for a second. We're going to give everybody a chance to sign off. Y'all make sure y'all connect with us. Shoot us a message. Go to our website. How can we sow into this effort? How can we sow? Yes, you can sow into this effort. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna put the ways to give. Just put Impact Youth in the comments. You can sow into ministry. You can go to overcomerslifechurch.org, or you can Zelle overcomerslifecoaching@gmail.com. You can text to give. Text the word give at 877-490-5634. If my eyes are serving me correctly. But if you want to sow into this ministry, whatever you give helps us continue to do ministry for youth and young adults every single week, every single day. Okay, so I appreciate that. I'm looking forward to what God's going to do. So make sure you sow into the ministry, sow into what we're doing. Again, the ways to give are on the bottom right corner. If you can go to overcomerslifechurch.org, or you can Zelle Overcomers Life COGIC. There you go. That's a little bigger to help. Yeah. There you go. Overcomerslifechurch.org. And also overcomerslifecoaching@gmail.com. You can Zelle. So sow into the ministry, whatever God has blessed you, laid on your heart to do. I'm so very grateful and excited about this group. And I love what God is doing. I want you to be encouraged. Keep on going forward. And if there's a young person, a young adult, a teen watching me right now, and somebody told you to watch this, somebody tagged you, said, hey, watch this replay. I want you to know what you just heard today. Let it be your confirmation that God is with you, that He hears you, and that you have a bright future. Choose to worship. All right. I see y'all Sunday, 11 a.m. and especially 7 p.m. for Impact Youth. We'll be here, and it's going to be amazing. Thank you all so much. Love you all. God's peace. Blessings to you.